Let's go over these two subscription boxes that just dropped at Planything and then get on with a journal setup. So if you'd like to see what these fun goodies are, stay tuned. What's up everyone, this is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. So as you can see, these are the two subscription boxes coming. These are the subscription boxes that just dropped today, Feb 15th, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And this is a planner subscription and this is the washi tape subscription. So let's go over both of these and we'll get to the journal setup after this. So I just opened the packages so that I could just watch the washi tape so that it gets faster for all of us. So let's get to the washi tape subscription first. So let's open the small one. So that is a nice fun design on the packaging. You could even use this for your spreads. So this is what we have. 4 slim washi tapes and 2 wide washi tapes, not the really wide, the medium sized. I'll have all the dimensions and all the details down in the description. So that's the 6 washi tapes. So I will show you, let me just cover up these for now. And this is the Planything subscription boxes swatches that I did. So that's a nice fun set of colors for spring. She did come out with a spring sticker book earlier on Feb 1st. It's still in stock as of the day of filming. And now on to, let's just keep this here. And now let's get on with the other package, which has more washi tapes and a couple of other fun goodies. So we have a pen, 4 washi tapes. So this is the full swatching. And these are the other 4 ones. That's really pretty. And if you can see, it is divided into sections if you want to just cut them and use for other purposes other than just for the washi tapes. And this is gold detailing, gold gems, so more like a, yeah, it's a light, really citrine color, and the yellow, really nice. Solid black pen. So this is the pen, and let's get to the other ones now. And before we get to the sticker book, we have 3 double-sided cardstock in A5 size. So this is the first one, nice spring colors, and this is equally pretty. So this is the Amsterdam Canal and the signature tulips and the windmill. The next one is a very soft pink, and the other side we have a small neutral pattern, and this is the Easter bunny with some Easter eggs, and this is some, it's not quite oval, not quite round, it's a bit of a shape in between. So that's 3 patterned cardstock. So this is one side and this is the other side. And last but not the least, let's go over the let's go over the sticker book. And I will keep it fairly quick because we have to get to a spread. And that's some really soft, dainty scenes. You can make quite a lot of scenes with these and some larger sizes, which I absolutely love. Look at those foggy mornings. That's 2 sheets of each. And this is 20 sticker sheets and 420 stickers. Just skipped that part in the beginning. And some nice fun butterflies. That's really pretty, nice and soft. A fun mix of all the spring flowers. Oh, and some fun barns and some farm animals. And some perfectly coordinated functional boxes and bullet points and these soft colors. And that is really, really gorgeous. That's really pretty. One of my bucket list items is to get to Netherlands in the spring when the tulips are in full bloom. I will get there someday. The spring, I doubt that's happening. And that's the canal and some of the Amsterdam vibes and the bicycles. And we have some Easter bunnies and Easter eggs. So make sure you please use my affiliate link to shop if you would like to pick it up, because the codes, my Priya10 earns you 10% off, but it's not valid on the current subscription boxes. But for older subscription boxes and all the other items, it can be used. But I would really appreciate it if you would consider shopping through my affiliate link, which is given in the description below. And we have some nice fun quotes. And that is 2 pages of that. And that is our full unboxing. So now let's get on to the plan with me. And let me know which of these you're planning to pick up and what your favorite item is from what you saw today. So now let's get on with our journal. I have my daily journal here, the B5 one, and I have the scrapbook, double-sided scrapbook paper, and I'm debating which one to use, but I think I'll go with these tulips. This just screams spring, and I have gone ahead and drawn an outline to create like a Polaroid, and I'm going to be using this Tombow Dots adhesive to make sure I stick it down. Usually I don't do this, and since this is an A5 sized paper and my journal is a B5, I don't think it will work. The sizes don't match, so that is why I decided to make something out of it. I did not want to rip the edges or do something other than that, so I'm going ahead and using the Pigma Micron 10 to make a Polaroid. And yeah, I'm just keeping it a bit slanted so that it will not be, I don't want it to be exactly the same as the edges, so just a bit off. And that was the Valentine's theme Cupid one I had done, and I'm going to be using this collection for the next spread. That is, for the first time I'm dropping 2 videos in one go. So I think I started with this and then I debated because I wanted to do an entire spread devoted to that. So that will also be uploading at the same time. So I have 2 videos dropping at the exact same time, which is my first time ever. So I created this one because I wanted to have a cover page for March, and I'm going with these scalloped washies, and I believe this was from the older one. And there are the spring stickers that released earlier in February, and we also have the subscriptions that are just dropping. And please make sure that you grab the boxes, because to my understanding the stock is limited, and if you want the entire set, but if you want to grab just the sticker book, you'll have to wait a couple of months. I'm not sure if the spring will be over by the time the sticker book gets to you. So if you want to subscribe, please, I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing through my affiliate link, which is given below. And I'm going to have some canal scenes and some of the city scenes in addition to all these spring goodness. And this is just the cover page. I will be having the additional set of pages with proper Dutch doors. So this, I wanted to create like a frame or something like a scalloped edge element for the landing page. And this is where I will be coming and adding my memories or highlights of the month. And if you do not know, this is a B5 journal from Arch and Olive. And my code Priya10 works for 10% off both at Planything and at Arch and Olive. And except for the current subscription boxes, it is valid on everything else. And these are some of the alphas from Planything. And I'm trying to see what I can go with. I did not have alphabets from the same font, so I decided to mix and match two here. And sizes are not a lot off, but a bit off. You can, if you look really close, you can see that it's not the same font, but it's fine. And I'm going to be cutting around here like so. And I will be just using my gyro cut. And if you are wondering how to get started with this, I do have a tutorial. I have the product linked as well, because you might want to be careful when you purchase this, because there are knockoffs in the market. And I'm trying to see what else I can add. And I'm using the Fiskars ceramic knife for straight lines, because the gyro cut works great on edges, but for the straight lines, the curved shapes, the gyro cut works great. For straight lines, I prefer this, and that's also linked below. And yeah, I was struggling a bit because I couldn't quite see where I was cutting. And that self-healing cutting mat, something similar is linked in the description, because I do get asked that a lot as well. Because people, this is a nice A5 sized cutting mat, so it works great for any size journal. You just need to move it around and use it as and when the shape demands. So I try to keep it to this A5 size so that I can use it in any size journal. So let's try and do the symmetrical side. And that paper clip is in fact from Journal C, and I'm going to be using this lavender scalloped edged washi. I did not realize I was a bit out of frame. Yeah, there we go. And I will be using that just along the border, and I'm going to just leave it as such. And you can see how you can make such a pretty cover page. And I'm not going really crazy here. It did take me a bit more time than expected, because I was trying to be symmetrical, and I wanted to make sure that the entire tulips, the tulip fields at least, are fully visible. And I went with some vertical Dutch doors this time before I got started with the horizontal Dutch doors, because otherwise the tulip fields don't quite make sense, because the view would be very different when you have a horizontal or a vertical Dutch door. So I'm using some of those same set of florals. I think these are cherry blossoms, but I thought it all went with the spring theme we have going on. So I'm going to do some surgery. Don't be afraid to cut up your stickers. Just cut it and make it work for the space you need. And I'm going to trim off the excess that is coming off the page. And I really do make sure that I do not add a lot of bulky elements. So once in a while, the scrapbook paper, these are thicker materials, so it obviously adds to the bulk. So towards the end, it could get quite chunky if you add a lot of thick elements. So I refrained from doing that, and I have successfully, I think, figured out a way of making sure I do not add a lot of bulkiness to the journals. And if you are keen on seeing the full setups once it's all completed, my creative journal setup, the full flip through will be coming. And I'm now adding these city scenes because the shapes didn't quite match, and I did not want to sacrifice the tulips because, as you will see, I have the full spread coming, and I'm using some of these smaller clusters to kind of match the shape we have available. So it was a lot of moving things around. I don't think I've been this indecisive in some time, but I wanted to make sure that the shapes aligned, and it really went with the whole theme. So that is why I decided to use up some of those clusters, which have to be used anyway. So let me know which ones you really liked and what collections you like from the sticker book you just saw. And let me know what your favorite spring flower is. Mine, I think, would be tulips, because back when I used to live in the States, we had lots of tulips planted. The bulbs, we used to plant it in the fall, and it was a nice, fun thing to see them all spring up when the weather got warmer. And can you see that washi tape? I had other tulips, the washi tape, similar shapes, but in slightly bigger florals and slightly bigger shapes. I had picked up from Daiso a few years ago, but I don't see it these days. So I'm glad that I have this tulips washi now, and it works great, just these washi tapes, and you are all set. Just a few of these laid out and a few boxes, and maybe sprinkle in a couple of butterflies, and you will be good to go. So I'm just clustering the boxes we have here so that I'll have a space to write down some memories from March. I'm going with all the colors that we have going on, which is pretty much all the pastel colors. And I'm decorating that box with some of the washi tape, and you can see how it is sectioned out, as I mentioned earlier. And that washi cutter is from Live Love Posh, and that's one of the functional stencils that came out. And my code Priya10 works for 10% off at Live Love Posh also. And I'm trying to see if I should add those at the top. And can you see how it can all line up? It can look like tulip fields if you decide to just lay it down. And I decide to move that up slightly so that I can have another row of the tulips before the bike can in fact come in. And I did kind of take off the washi tape at the top. I didn't quite like how it looked. And I'm decorating some of these boxes, just doing some of that cluster. And as you can see, I have also added some stitches because I didn't realize the camera had shut off. And I will also come and add a couple of those butterflies and a few of the other elements that we have going on. And towards the end, you will see how I come and add a couple more elements to make sure it is all nice and cohesive with everything that's going on. And I'm adding a border to the page. it will not be visible from the front anyway, just along those two sides. And we are on to some proper Dutch doors. And I will be using, I'm just counting the pages and trying to make sure that I have enough. And sometimes it takes me a moment to kind of think through this, and sorry if it looks like a lot of flipping through the pages, but because I had just filmed the unboxing, because I wanted to do that with you so that you will see the first reactions. And these are some of the washi tapes, and see how you can double that. It's already a wider washi tape, and you can just double up the tape, and then you have something really nice and solid. It could work as like a scrapbook paper or something of that sort. And I'm just lining up the butterflies now so that we can have the next element that can be stacked. And you see how easy it is to cut around there if you have, even if it is a straight line. Once you get a hang of the gyro cut, I think it gets easier. And I'm just going to do the symmetrical sides now, nothing too fancy, just sticking to the same symmetrical elements so that even for the future spreads I'll have the similar stickers if they are available. But all these sticker books that are coming out have only one sheet of each, so you don't have the option of hoarding them for later, because if you want to be using them in a different spread, I think you grab duplicates, because there is only so much of these stickers in each theme. So that is the next washi tape. And please find all these in the shop. And yeah, that's a nice, lovely, that pop of green actually makes a lot of difference. And I was trying to cut that Dutch door, but I later come and cut off half the that washi tape we doubled up on. And I'm trying to see if I should bring in the scalloped washi at the end, but I think I decide to go otherwise. And sometimes you do see that you need some softer elements for the other elements to actually pop. So that is when I decided to take it off. And I will also come and take off that tape, because I tried using that paper trimmer, but that is a smaller size and a B5 page would just not fit in there. And now let's make some spring outdoor scenes. And you have some windows and some overlooking the other trees and scenes we have going on. So just trying to bring some of those elements. And I'm trying to limit myself to the sticker book, because I do not want to use other elements or sticker books that may not be in stock. So I have this current one, and this is very limited supply. So if you want to make sure you grab the sticker book, please subscribe right away. And yeah, some quotes, something nice and simple. So just enough size to fit in that space right away. And I'm going with some of these larger elements. Some of these larger stickers are in fact perfect for the left side, especially in such situations, because you have a lot of things going on the right side and you have hardly anything on the left side. So I think this really is a nice size, if you ask me. And I will also try and build a small scene. Again, it's a lot of indecisiveness here, because I wanted to make sure it is all visible from the front, because the other areas are all journaling spaces. And in the last minute, I decide to bring in other stickers from the other collections, which you will see. And I'm trying to balance some of those colors as well, making sure it is all still visible. And sorry, I had to kind of take a break and go run a few errands, and I'm back. So I'm more indecisive now, as you can see. And yeah, that looks a bit more, it can move a bit. Yeah, because I wanted that to be plush against the edge, and that is better. And please check out the other Dutch door setups I have, even from the February 1st release with the Happy Spring. It is a fun sticker book, and I had done other Dutch door setups, and I will be going for this quote here. And yeah, that tree gets moved again. That's what happens sometimes, because I want that to be visible all the way. And yeah, I think that's a great size for that. And I can always use the scraps. And I am moving to this set, and I'm bringing in just that tiny flower at the corner. And that butterfly was really throwing me off, because it was just, I did not like how it just blended into everything that was going on. So let's finish off the symmetrical parts now. And this one is very, very simple. So just that washi tape and just rounding the corner and doing the green tape. And these two, I thought I'll just do it together this time instead of going one by one. So the cutting is so much easier when you have the multiple elements combined. So that is the two sets of washi tapes. And let me know what your favorite washi is from Planything, because you have lots of patterns, the stripes, the hexagons, the grids, lots to choose from, and perfectly coordinated. So I think my go-to spreads have the washi tapes from Planything all the time these days. So now you can see how I bring in those bunnies and all those spring elements. So I will now bring in the butterfly again, but I'm not quite satisfied with how it looks. So how you will see how I switch it up towards the end. Again, that just kept throwing me off. Can you relate if you are trying to do something and it doesn't quite look right to you when you do it? How do you like to kind of move it around? Do you just leave it alone or just take it out entirely? What do you approach it? How do you do it? And that's the next set of boxes. So this comes with perfectly color coordinated boxes also. So if you have one sticker book, you will have the perfectly coordinated boxes and the bullet points also. So if you're into using the bullet points, I don't, especially in my journal. And I like to bring some of those elements, especially towards building the clusters here. And here comes the bunnies now. So there goes a little guy. And sometimes all of these smaller elements are just what you need to kind of make sure that you have it pulled together. Do you agree? Sometimes you just keep adding, and then one of the last touches, the finishing touches, are what really brings the spread to life. And I'm using some longer boxes also here. Just trying to make sure I have some more of the elements combined. And I'm trying to use whatever elements can go here because I know it will not be enough for another whole spread. So might as well use it fully here. Again, just adding another cluster. If I can lay that down straight. And these bunnies and these chicks are all super adorable. So I will come and add these boxes again. So this is my daily journal, and I had shared how I use it on a day-to-day basis, one of the after the pens, because it's a lot of personal information. So you don't see a lot of the flip throughs of my daily journal here. And I do get questions on that a lot. So that is why I thought one of the videos, I will link it in the description. I had it shared. And one last change. And that tree can go right at the corner. And I will move to making some three-dimensional butterflies. I had done one three-dimensional butterfly setup in the Dutch doors, entirely three-dimensional, and it was a lot of fun and people loved it. So I thought I will bring in a couple of the butterflies in 3D here. And I have a couple of the codes now that I will be adding. And let me know how you like this setup. And please check out the other videos I mentioned along with all the shops and codes and releases. Lots of releases happening in February. So I'll have all that information down in the description. And please come follow me on Instagram. I'll have more information on that down in the description. And it is a great community to hang out with. Lots of inspiration. And this is the 3D element I was talking about. I just used a scrap piece of paper and see how easy it is. Just cut around there and just stick it down right in the middle. And easy peasy. Your butterflies are ready to fly in 3 dimensions. And using that Tombow Dots adhesive and see how that looks. And I'm going to be doing the same thing here. And please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so that you wouldn't miss any of the future videos. Lots of fun ideas coming. And please make sure you check out the other video that just dropped together with this. And please make sure you are subscribed to the current box. And I will have the link down in the description. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And please let me know in the comments what is your favorite element you see in here. And just layering some more or may not. I'm going with this striped one. And I think we should pretty much be done. And you see how easy the Dutch door setups can be. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Thank you.